Hey everyone, welcome back to Ascend and Ignite. I'm your host Shannon Howard, and today we are diving into a topic that is absolutely near and dear to my heart: the power of small wins. So let me tell you, success isn't about those giant leaps that you think it's about. It's actually about those tiny, consistent steps that build that momentum. So today we're going to explore exactly how those small wins can lead to massive growth in your business, in your health, and in your personal life. Plus, I will share practical tips today to embrace this concept in your journey. So, the science behind small wins. Did you know that every small victory actually activates the reward center of your brain, releasing dopamine? This not only makes you feel good in the moment, but it also makes you motivated to keep going. So those small wins create that positive feedback loop. The more you succeed, the more motivated you feel to take the next step. So let's look at this in action right now. When I first started my business, I didn't focus on those big, overwhelming goals. Instead, I set a simple intention. I spent 15 minutes a day reaching out to one person. Okay, just one. It felt manageable, and every time I did it, I felt accomplished. It was something that I could check off my list. So that single daily connection actually eventually grew into a thriving network and a thriving business that I am absolutely proud of today. Imagine what one consistent action can do for you over time. So why does this matter? Those small wins, they're not just about getting things done. They actually shift your mindset. So they help me to see progress, and they're going to help you as well, even when that big picture feels so far away. So this is especially important when you're starting something new, right? So whether it's a new fitness routine, a side hustle, or even just drinking more water. So progress builds confidence, and confidence, guess what? It builds momentum. So how does creating these tiny habits really lead to success? So creating these small habits is all about being intentional and realistic, okay? So you don't need to overhaul your entire life. You just need to start. I'm going to repeat that for you just in case you didn't hear it. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to start, okay? So 3 tips for you today. Tip number 1, start small. Choose those habits that feel so ridiculously tiny that they almost feel as though you cannot fail them. For example, if you want to start journaling, commit to writing 1 sentence a day. If fitness is your goal, start with 5 push-ups or a 1-minute stretch. Okay, the key is to making this achievable. If you make it too lofty of a goal, you're not even going to want to start it. Tip number 2, you really do need to anchor your habits. I've talked about this before. So you're going to want to pair your new habit with something that you already do. For example, after you brush your teeth, I want you to spend 5 minutes planning your day. Or while you're waiting for your coffee to brew, why don't you take a moment to jot down top 3 priorities for the day? Tip number 3, very important. You need to celebrate those wins. So this step is often overlooked, but it's incredibly powerful. Every single time you follow through on your habit, you need to celebrate it. It can be as simple as saying, "Yes, I did it," or giving yourself a mental high five. Celebration reinforces the habit and makes it much more enjoyable. So, real life example. One of my clients wanted to build a reading habit but kept getting overwhelmed by the idea of finishing the entire book. Have you been there before? So, I suggested she start with just 1 page a day, just 1 page. That is it. So over time, 1 page turned into 1 chapter, and now she's finishing a book in a month, while also working her full-time career, while also showing up as the best mom and wife she possibly can. Now she's incorporated her new reading habit. It's amazing how that 1 page a day, that one small step, can actually lead to big accomplishments. So let's talk about momentum. building momentum through consistency. Once you've mastered your small habit, you can actually build on it. You can stack on it. So let's say you've been walking for 5 minutes a day. After a week, why don't you try increasing it to 10 minutes? Over time, these incremental changes lead to significant results. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Just because you're incorporating these small daily habits does not mean you're not going to have obstacles. So let's be real. There will be days you're not going to feel like doing it, okay? That's why having a plan in place helps. Remind yourself why you started and focus on the smallest possible step you can take that's still going to move that needle forward for you. Consistency never means perfection. It means you're showing up, even if it's not perfect. So I want to know, what's one small habit that you're going to incorporate today that aligns with your bigger goals? Maybe it's drinking an extra glass of water. Maybe it's writing down one idea or spending 5 minutes meditating. Whatever it is, start small and be consistent. I would love for you to tell me what's your win. I'll cheer you on and help celebrate your progress. You got this, and I am so dang proud of you for taking that small step today.